This video is going to be the most controversial version of this video I think I have ever made. This brand has taken it too far. Logo. Oh my gosh. This looks like a lawsuit to me. The parcel has arrived exactly the same. No. It really is walking the line. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. I was just scrolling on Instagram and this video has been prompted from a advert that I was, or a commercial if you're in the US, that I was fed. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Amy and I absolutely love finding on the internet all of those questionable on the line items. I do loads of Temu videos, I've done AliExpress, I've done Voucher, eBay, Amazon, finding you guys the best designer dupes. Now when I say designer dupes, I mean products that walk the line. I don't mean fakes. We all know that fakes exist online. What I tend to find is items that walk that line that are heavily inspired by, they don't necessarily show a logo, but they do absolutely everything in their power, and also a lot of the time I feel outside of their power, so still bordering on what would not be allowed by the brand that made the original item. And when looking for these items, I like to find them on official channels, so like Amazon, eBay, Voucher. That is what makes the difference for me. We all know those websites, like I said, that you could easily get logoed up fakes, you know, no issue, straight from China. That's not what I'm about. I'm about finding the ones that are on official websites. I've just sort of made it my little hobby now to trawl the internet and find that. This video is going to be the most controversial version of this video I think I have ever made. While I was on Instagram, I was scrolling and I come across a brand which I'm very familiar with. In fact, I made a video about them about a year and a half ago. That video seems to have popped off. It was this one over here where I ordered a couple of items from the brand Ego. Now the items that I ordered in this video, they were pretty heavily inspired, but in my opinion, the bag anyway, the bag was okay. The shoes, debatable. But you guys, it looks like this brand has taken it too far. It looks like this brand have pretty much logoed everything up, the real logos. This is what I'm seeing on Instagram. I am being fed an advert for Ego that is showing this pair of sunglasses. Yeah. That is the Chanel logo. This brand is followed on Instagram by over 2.9 million other people. So this is a very official brand. They are based here in the UK. I've had a little look on Companies House and everything to try and see if I can delve into the company a bit more. Not gonna lie to you guys, looks a little bit dodgy.com from Companies House. There's multiple dissolved companies. I mean, that's not a normal trail. It is kind of normal if a business is growing and expanding, but it's just very frequent of incorporation of companies, then dissolving, then liquidating, making a new company, etc. Anyway, that was just a side note that I found quite interesting because, as I said, this is basically a full-on fake item that I am being fed. So we're gonna go onto Ego's website and see what this item is about and what else possibly is now available on Ego. Okay, I'm on the Ego website and it just looks like a very, very normal fast fashion website. It's giving me Misguided vibes, you know, Pretty Little Thing. Ooh, loving all of the country. But it's literally just got your sections up here, new in, clothing sale, literally all of the normal stuff. What I'm gonna do though is I am gonna simply type in the search box, logo. And if we search that, I'm sorry, what is this? This is blatant, completely and utterly blatant. These are called the side logo detail white trim oversized sunglasses in black. Okay, so we're gonna add these to cart. If we go back to the logo page, what other culprits do we have? So we've got another pair of sunglasses here that look like Miu Miu. You've got the Gucci detail tights. I also noticed on the other page, we have got Chanel tights here as well. And if you click on this, it says you can get them in black or multicolor. So if we click multi, I mean, you can't see it that well. I will screenshot this right now and put it in the screen. But if you zoom in, you can see that there is like the Louis Vuitton logo, basically. These are £5 a pair. I don't wear tights, so we're not gonna pick those up. I mean, I have been in, oh my gosh, look at this logo detail chain belt. That is the full-on Chanel logo. Okay, we're gonna get one of those as well. I shopped Ego a while ago when I did that video that I made about a bag and a pair of shoes. And granted, those items, I mean, they were blatant, but they weren't quite this blatant. Oh my gosh, look at the Chanel earmuffs. These are reduced, I'm sorry, these are reduced to £3. I'm getting those. Wait, they do them in black or they do them in white. The white ones are £2. Oh my gosh, I've just got to get one of each. This is going to be a full on video. I cannot believe what I am seeing and how easy it is to get your hands. Oh, I kind of see what they've done there. If I open this photo, can you see that? But I don't know if this is why they're getting away with it, but there is lines. There is 2 lines here that is breaking up that logo. You got a Celine vest top there, Loewe earrings. This is a Loewe graphic top as well. Crazy. This is absolutely, oh, look, they are now doing clothing as well. I mean, we're gonna have to order it if that logo is sort of not symmetrical. And again, if that would be a reason that they could get out of a lawsuit, because I promise you, this looks like a lawsuit to me. You've got the Loewe cap there. I mean, these prices as well are absolutely, they do another Chanel belt. There's one thing when brands, and obviously with my Temu videos, etc., I show you guys inspired by items. Never with Temu have we seen an actual logo. It takes me a lot of time on those websites to try and find items that are full-on fakes. But this is a fast fashion website based here in the UK where we have trading standards, and it's all at your fingertips. I'm pretty shocked though that they are they are doing Chanel. I mean, there's one thing pissing off certain brands, but Chanel is your big boy. Okay, I'm gonna order a bunch of different things on this website, and then I will show you guys what has arrived, what the quality's like, what we're dealing with right here. So stay tuned for the next clip. Right, it is the next day. The door's just gone. The parcel has arrived. It's a lot smaller than I thought, but we're gonna crack right into this. I am so excited about this. So yeah, this is the bag that's arrived. It's, like I said, a lot smaller than I thought. I did end up getting, I've got my order in front of me, 12 items. Mostly accessories, but I do have 4 pieces of apparel, I think. And I can't wait any longer. I need to see these items. We're gonna do a lucky dip. What's first? Oh. These are the earmuffs. I'm going to show you in the screen the item again. I know we went through a few on the website, but I will show you the listing versus what I got. These earmuffs were reduced to £2. So I got them in the white and I got them in the black. I mean, the CCs are a little bit messed up, but I think that's obviously because of the fluffiness. They're definitely molting as well. The sun is out and it's beautiful outside, so not quite the right time, but okay, they are huge. I feel like they're massive for earmuffs, but I love them. £2. £2. Okay, they're the white ones. Surely the black ones are right on top here as well. £1 more expensive, but which ones would you choose? I mean, I think the white with my dark hair looks better. It's like a bigger contrast. Ski trip 2026 is happening. I'm gonna probably say this a lot in this video, but that is so cheeky. The fact they can probably get away with this is because it's fluffy. So like it kind of, I don't know, do you see what I mean? It's very distorted there. It's not a clean CC, but nevertheless, this next item, it's the belt. Not gonna lie, the belt is kind of what I personally am the most curious about. So I ended up getting the belt in the gold and also the silver. The gold I feel like is way more Chanel, because to me personally, when I bought my actual Chanel bag, that was the one thing I was not compromising on. I wanted black and gold hardware. Like gold hardware to me is Chanel. Now I am a size like 12 to 14, so 12 on the top, 14 to the bottom. So I'll be curious to see if this does fit. You guys, it has 2 CCs. They are actually, there is no discrepancy in those. They are actual CCs. Like what I was saying about the sunglasses with the line through it and stuff. I'm not wearing the right outfit for this, but we'll give it a go. But I would probably wear this with jeans. Oh, the size is definitely fine. It's perfect for 12 to 14. I suppose you just clip it onto anywhere. Like I said, I'd probably wear this with jeans, or like the model's wearing. They're wearing it with a bodycon dress, but you guys, what? This belt was literally £13. Wow, 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 and wow. I don't know, you could probably get creative with that as well and do some kind of wacky, crazy necklace or, I don't know, bag strap maybe. Here is the silver one as well. The CCs are exactly the same. I'm gonna pop in the screen the closest version I can find to this Chanel belt, like the real one, and the price so you can see. So as I said, these on Ego are £13. And the Chanel one will be in the screen. And if you were wondering, this is how the silver one looks. For me, it's one of those with Chanel chain belts. I feel like they're quite iconic. I've sort of dabbled in looking in the secondhand market, but I just don't wear that sort of accessory enough to justify buying one, so it's kind of fun to have these because I can play around and see if it is something I keep grabbing. Okay, moving on to Loewe and a very summery item. So I don't think I showed you all this, but I spotted this bucket hat. The Loewe bucket hat has been so popular. This is the real one. As you can see, the real one from Loewe is quite pricey, and this one from Ego was a mere £16. This is what has arrived. Again, this is really fun for me from a perspective of someone who enjoys buying designer items. I'm literally looking up here. I have the Loewe basket bag. Cherish and love that bag, and I know I'm going to use it so much. The Loewe basket hat, on the other hand, basket hat, bucket basket hat, that's not an item I think I would ever purchase because I am just not a hat girly. But the fact I can play around and wear this one, well, hang on a minute. Wow, I look like Bill and Ben, the Flower Pot Men. On a shout out, does anyone remember that TV show from when we were kids? If you were a 90s kid in the UK, Bill and Ben and the Flower Pot Men. Do you know what? I don't hate it. I definitely don't love it. However, that is not what the topic of today's video is, of whether I like these or not. It's what do I think of it versus the real one. Not that this is fake, but it's certainly, I would say, taking a step beyond inspired by. Interestingly enough, the Loewe logo on the hat, now granted it is straw and it is stitched, it's a little bit distorted. It's kind of the same story here. Just a side note while I remember, I am getting this video up as fast as I can for you, so I will be linking all of these items down below, but I can't guarantee what sort of stock is going to be on the website after this video goes live, because it'll be interesting to see if Ego respond. Let's do an item of clothing because I am curious. We'll go with this one. I think I've seen it on like Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. They used to have the like J'adore crystallized tops, but on Ego they had this top here, J'adore. So it doesn't say J'adore, it does say J'adore. Addict. I picked this up in a size UK 14 because they didn't have any 12s left, but we'll see how this looks on. I'll do a little try on. So here is the top, and it's very, very cropped. This is quite ill-fitting. I do like the neckline here. I really like the square. I just feel like I got this in a too big size. But yes, still giving me very much Paris Hilton in the 2000s vibes. What is next? Let's go for another bit of clothing. Oh, this is bad. Okay, all right, so when we typed in logo, as you've seen, the first bit of apparel we came across was a Chanel, what they call one shoulder logo detail contrast trim top in blue knit. I had to order it and give it a go. So I got this in a size UK large, and this is what's arrived. Oh, I definitely could have gone for medium. I thought Ego ran on the small side, but this looks quite big. So I laughed because that's a bad CC logo. It's so rounded. Again, it's not, there's no discrepancy there. I mean, I would say it's the same roundness as the belt. It actually is stitched in as well. I don't know, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I feel like I am a trained eye when it comes to designer items. I can sort of tell when, I can pretty much tell when they're fake. And if I saw someone wearing this out in public, it wouldn't take me long to guess that this is not real Chanel. That's the only way I can kind of describe to you guys that it's not really selling me. If that doesn't mean anything to you and you're quite happy and you just kind of want the logo in any capacity, then you've got this. £21 though this was. I feel like for this top, just because they put that logo on it, that's why they've charged that price, because it's definitely not £21 worth of quality. Oh, no, it's exactly what I thought it. Wow. This kind of looked exactly the way I thought. Not only is the CC cringing me out of how rounded it is, because it looks extremely fake. Maybe because it's a little bit too big for me, to be fair, but it's kind of slanting, which means that the CC's looking even more off-center. I don't know. It's also very, very itchy, not gonna lie. I did say on the listing it was knitted, and I can't quite explain this fabric, but I can promise you this is not worth £21. Next up, okay, this is okay. So this is another one I didn't show you guys. Looking at it here, it is called the Scoop Neck Swirl Graphic Vest Bodysuit in brown. They did this in grey as well, but this is basically a Loewe bodysuit. I will have a look and see, as with most of these items, if there is an actual copy to these or if there is just an inspired by, or the closest item I can personally find to the real thing. So I picked up this one. Again, this is a size large. I've never ordered clothing off Ego. I just assumed because they did XLs that the Ls might have ran a bit small. But I like the fact that this is brown, and then the Loewe stitching on there. I have to say, there is no getting out of this. That is 100% the Loewe logo. There is no discrepancy. Looking forward to trying that one on again. Right, spoiler alert, this is the best apparel item of the whole haul. I actually like this one. I actually think this one is decent. I do like the fact it's brown, and I like the fact that the logo is like lower and it's not right here. I also like the contrast of the brown with baby pink stitching. I think that's very cute for spring. I also didn't mention it in the video, but I do actually have the original Loewe graphic vest tops. I put it over on my Instagram of a reel of me unboxing both of them from Harrods. I ended up keeping the black one, not the white one. And can I just say, as a side note, the quality of the Loewe graphic t-shirts are shocking. They are so thin. Like, anyone who owns one or has felt one on the shelves, honestly, it's I was very close to returning it, but I kept the black one and I do wear it. But I have to say, don't think that if you buy from the Loewe one that it's going to be this insane, amazing quality, because I was shook. This actually, believe it or not, this bodysuit does not apply to the other ones that I'm going to show you today. Just this bodysuit is actually better quality than the real Loewe one. I'm going to finish on the last apparel item, which again is another Loewe number. This is called the Scoop Neck Contrast Swirl Detail Sleeveless Vest Top in white. Oh my gosh, it is filthy. Can you see that on the front? It is absolutely filthy. I don't care what brand you are, that is not good. You don't deliver something to me that is covered in dirt. I really hope that is showing on camera how dirty it is. This one was £19. I got it in a size UK 14, again, because I think it was sold out and everything else, but for a white number, I think that's gonna be better. It's ribbed and it's not very see-through. It's like a fairly thick fabric. They also did this one in a opposite, and again, your Loewe logo that is 100% a Loewe logo. Again, we have another ill-fitting top. This is too big and baggy. They also, it was the same with the Jadior one. They also cut off at a really weird point. They're not a crop top, but they're not a full-length top. I really don't like this mid style. I feel like it is not flattering at all. It's also, again, quite itchy. It's not a knitted fabric, but it is very itchy, and obviously it's kind of gross putting it on, even though I can see it's very, very dirty. So again, I'm not convinced, I'm afraid. We're down to the last, I think, 3 items, all of which are accessories. A very popular and, to be fair, very, very faked, inspired by item that goes out on the market is the Alhambra bracelets, necklaces, earrings, everything from Van Cleef. I'm sure you know about this item. They do a gold guilloche, is called, version of the Alhambra, and it is basically the clover that's got all of these gold like lines in it that create a beautiful shine. It's an absolutely stunning piece. It's about £5 in the UK. They also do a necklace version, which is a 5 motif necklace. I think it's 5 motif. Again, I will try and find the real listing, a price. The Alhambras are resold quite a lot, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it where you can buy it online. I think Alhambras you have to buy in Van Cleef Arpels stores, but this is the closest one I can find of a reseller at a price of the item that I'm gonna show you. So on Ego, I spotted this. This is called the Multi-Clover Detail Necklace in gold, and this was £14. It's arrived, and it's in that proper cheap Chinese market packaging. This is what it looks like. Definitely not as nice and luxe as the photo. Now, I will also disclaim and give Ego, I suppose, a lifeline here. The fact that these are definitely not the same shape as the real Van Cleef. This clover is definitely a lot more bubbly. Is that the right? Little bit more of an X shape, more structured, if that makes any sense. There's also not that much detailing, but then again, the Van Cleef one does have the little dots around the outside, and obviously the guilloche is got the lines, which this does have. Now, I'm not going to take this out of the packaging because I'm going to be returning this. I feel like the photo is definitely catfishing us here, but the fact that it's even come in this cheap Chinese manufactured packaging, for £14, I will have my money back. Okay, the last piece of jewelry before we get into the final item, which was the first item that we seen on the website, if you remember. This is another pair of jewelry. I grabbed these last minute. They were £10. They are called the Logo Detail Hoop Earrings in gold. Now, these are really pretty and shiny, and I can see where the discrepancy is here. So if I show you up close, this is what the earrings look like. And if you didn't know, they are supposed to be looking like these earrings from Dior. Very popular. That CD is a classic emblem they use on a lot of their stuff, not just the jewelry. They do it as buckles on belts and on boots and things. Whereas here you can clearly see it just looks like a DD back to back. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a C or a D in any way. The fact these were £10 though, again, the packaging I just feel like could be a bit better. Now the grand finale, the one that pivoted the whole version of this video, the whole reason that when I seen it listed on Instagram that reeled me in, legitimate marketing here in the UK that I thought had to go through checks. Obviously we have trading standards, we have all of that. Oh my gosh. I think you guys get my shock and horror at this, like the actual ease of this. Of course, it's this item here, which is the side logo detail white trim oversized sunglasses in black. That is a mere £11. Now, looking on Chanel and the version I would say that are the closest, I'm going to put over here on the screen. It absolutely blows my mind. Sunglasses are so difficult to spend money on because there is no craftsmanship whatsoever there. They really are off an assembly line. So what do the Ego ones look like? Exactly the same. The monochrome is very Chanel. I mean, that on its own is a lot, but you guys, that's 100% simply the Chanel logo taken off of Google Images and printed right on a pair of sunglasses. Not a single discrepancy on there. Are these gonna look cool? Because I feel like I want them to look cool. This is where it gets interesting for me. I agree with inspired by items. I love the fact that brands can be really smart and they can bring out items that are, you know, on the edge. I absolutely love it. But this is what inspired this entire video, is I could not believe a UK brand is legitimately like being this brass, blimmin' black and white brass. Like, excuse the pun, but this is black and white. You can literally see a full-on logo and a full-on copy of a design of Chanel glasses. Just went downstairs and showed my partner Andy, showed him, and he was like, what, are they Chanel then? I was like, no, they're literally from a fast fashion website like ASOS. I had to explain, boyfriend's in the back. But he looked at them and he noticed something I didn't even notice, but it literally says Chanel made in Italy with the CE, which is a trademark logo. Wow, how brass. And there we go. That is the final item that's going to conclude today's video. I want to know what you guys think about Ego selling these kind of items. Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? Do you think this is a step too far? I've got a whole playlist on my channel called Designer Dupe Debates where I've shown you guys items from Wowcher, Amazon, eBay, a lot of other mainstream sites where there is items that are incredibly questionable. I think it's a really important topic because some people believe that designer stuff is crazy and no one should really spend their money on that. And then other people believe that no, it should be 100%. If you can have it and you have one nice thing and you want to love it, then that's that side of the argument. I get both sides. I want to know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. If you love these sort of videos and you want to see more of the designer, on the edge, crazy, inspired by the whole spectrum, then make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of these uploads, and I then know that you do like this kind of content. As I said, I have a whole playlist of multiple different websites that I've found with items like this. I'm going to leave that over here for you if you want to binge watch these videos. And then over here is going to be a personalized recommendation that YouTube really thinks you're going to like. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I upload videos 3 times a week on this channel, so I will see you all in a couple of days' time. Ciao!